Special war with Iran and Israel. Breaking news. UK 24. Now you've got to hope that Iran isn't attacking the Americans around Israel and stuff like that, and attack them and shoot them down with their tanks or any American combat units or drones or anything like that. Then it could be quite a serious war in the Middle East if they attack the Americans. This is live right now. Time's down there. Date today is the 13th of April. It's Saturday evening.
On the one hand, it is, as you say, Iron Dome, which is designed to intercept rockets, missiles in short order as they are fired close to Israel. But also you must remember that Israel's allies are also taking part in this operation. Tonight there are allied, particularly United States, ships and aircraft in the air that are also trying to target these incoming missiles and drones.
Hot stuff tonight, guys.
Engaged in that process.
America is going to have a special
information. There are reports of other allies in the region, not yet confirmed, are taking part in the
Over Office
process too.
President Biden talk in the next hour or so's time. It's 5 a.m. in the afternoon. Well, 5 p.m. in the afternoon American time right now.
Air defense systems is they are not always absolutely proof. Some attacking missiles can get through. It is possible.
It's only 100 p.m. in America. Over Office.
That it is possible that there
President
aren't
Biden.
simply enough air defense missiles to intercept all of those drones coming through. We simply don't know. We will have to find out just to see how effective that system is. For example, last night there was a fairly sizable rocket attack by Hezbollah from Lebanon against Israel yesterday, and there was one suggestion that one of the reasons why that attack had taken place was simply to try to exhaust some of Israel's air defense missiles. So those are the calculations that military commanders are having to make now about what they've got to defend what's coming at them.
So that brings me then to the question, James, with regards to civilians in Israel right now. What are they being told to do?
The Middle East is on fire, guys. It's burning, it's burning, it's burning. It's going down like Titanic. Literally.
Well, in previous days up to this time, the mood on the ground has been remarkably calm, sanguine, people just getting on with their normal lives. That clearly will now change.
The lives are about to get rough like they are in Ukraine now. It's turmoil in the Middle East now, next to Ukraine. The world's on fire, guys, especially North Africa.
We know that in recent days, civil defences and local
And the middle part of Africa.
Checking shelters and things.
All these warlords, guys. What can we do about them? Not a lot.
What to do, where to go in the event that they hear a siren or that
and dictators
alarms go off on their phones. So that's what's been taking place now. The Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, in his televised statement to people this evening, told everybody to remain cool and calm and to follow the advice they get from the civil defense authorities. You've got to remember, this is a country that has been fighting Iran for a long time. It is used to the threat of missiles, so there is a familiarity to it that other countries, I think, do not have. But that said, Israel has not faced an attack like this for many, many years.
This scale.
If ever. And therefore, we're in
unprecedented times.
Waters to see just how effective Israel's air defences and its civil defence network is.
And then, of course, the question as well about the potential for a counterattack here from Israel. Do we have any idea what that could look like? And just talking about the history of this relationship, of course, you've been following it for a very long time. Does this feel like an inflection point to you?
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely at one of those moments where things are going to change.
Wow.
The scale of
this
Israel's
is huge, man.
Will have to be calibrated
It's
on
crazy.
how effective the attack is. If the attack is largely unsuccessful, then that will be in the balance for when Israel calculates what its response should be. if the attack by Iran is successful and a lot of military targets are hit, and if civilians too are hit as well, then Israel has made it very, very
There's a lot
clear
of
that they
danger
will
here.
retaliate in kind. Benjamin Netanyahu said again today, those who harm us, we will harm them. So the question tonight is just how dangerous is this moment? This is a moment of
Globally.
escalation by Iran. The question is, as you say, how Israel will respond in kind. Is this the beginning of a full-scale regional war?
There's the doomsday
Or
clock ticking
will
to
they
12
manage
o'clock.
to restrain the impact of tonight's attack? We don't know the answer to that question because we simply don't know.
Predicting the future is
how
very
this
hard,
will
as I know as a
unfold in the
weatherman.
coming hours.
This is just as
As you
tough
quite rightly say,
for
James, we are
Americans
watching
and
waiting
civilians,
right now as we
everyone
know that
around
those
Israel.
drones are on their way.
Everything's
There
very
has
tense
also
in the
been,
world globally at the
somewhat
moment.
a flurry of
On lots
diplomacy, or at least some
vocality,
condemnation
lots
from
of
the likes
vocality of
already
things.
of the British Prime Minister.
We've got to
Rishi Sunak,
protect the
among
continuity of our world
others.
globally. We
Is
can't
there any
keep
chance that there
letting
can be
ourselves
diplomacy
down,
put to
giving
work
up on
here once
hope and
again in
life.
order to de-escalate this situation
But it
before
seems
it
like
gets
this is going to get
worse?
pretty grim.
Or are we beyond that now?
Good question, darling.
Look, at the moment, I think the diplomats will be sitting back and just seeing just how the cards fall, what happens. But I think the initial impact, the initial focus will be on what do they try and do to restrain an Israeli response. That'll be the next focus. We're not there yet. We have to see just what actually happens on the ground. But there are lots of calculations for countries in the region here, because already, even now, before any missile has reached Israel, Iran is already warning against any country allowing its airspace to be used by Israel or Israel's allies to launch a counterattack against Iran. So those calculations are already taking place. It's one of those evenings when diplomatic nuance and fudge are hard, because it's one of those evenings when people actually have to take sides and see who is going to come to the defense of Israel and who will not.
Stakes here do appear to be very high.
Please subscribe to my channel on Simon Jones. Thanks for watching this video. Very special report this evening. War is tough. Life is tough. Hope that everyone doesn't lose their heads on this tonight and tomorrow. Please, for the love of God, don't go to war with other countries around the world globally. It's not worth it to you Americans, let alone you China, let alone Israel, anyone else. It's just not worth fighting. Peace is the best way to live life. Be squashed on Simon Jones. Might be happy. Please be positive. Bye.